Just call me Joker if you like. As you can see, I'm in a much better mood than before. Jack Nicholson? Where has he been hiding? Why did he disappear from the Hollywood scene so abruptly? And why did he not leave any explanation behind? Nicholson, who was once a great actor responsible for some of the most iconic performances in Hollywood, has caused his fans to feel uneasy by completely withdrawing from the spotlight. Rumors about his deteriorating health are widespread, which has fueled suspicion as his public appearances have become increasingly scarce. However, are these concerning rumors founded on accurate information, or is there a more profound mystery at play here? Explore the narrative with me, shall we? The health issue that Jack Nicholson was experiencing is thought to have been the primary reason for his disappearance from the Hollywood scene. Is this a fact? Especially in the later phases of his career, his followers reportedly recognized that there was a considerable amount of time that passed between each of his film endeavors. Because of this, conjecture was sparked. Notably, after his lengthy hiatus from the screen following the release of Something's Gotta Give in 2003 and his performance that stole the show in The Departed in 2006-2006. Following his performance as Melvin Udall in the 1997 film As Good as It Gets, for which he was awarded his third Academy Award, Nicholson's professional path appeared to take a different path. The following year, fans waited for him to appear in Sean Pennsylvania's film The Pledge, which was released 4 years after this. It was 2001. Another film that showcased Nicholson's amazing range as an actor was Something's Gotta Give, which was released in 2003. It was a lovely romantic comedy in which Nicholson acted alongside Diane Keaton. After that, however, he took another 3-year break until giving his iconic performance as the crime leader Frank Costello in the film The Departed, which was directed by Martin Scorsese and released in 2006. In the month of September 2013, when it finally arrived. Since Nicholson had not been seen in a movie for a number of years, there was a great deal of curiosity about his intentions. People who were fans of the legendary actor and media outlets started to wonder what had happened to him. It was when reports began to circulate that Nicholson had retired owing to health difficulties that this curiosity evolved into concern. The actor's absence was not voluntarily chosen, as reported by many gossip outlets such as Radar Online and Star. The reason for the actor's absence is reportedly owing to considerable memory loss. According to the published reports, Nicholson. He had a difficult time remembering lines, which forced him to retire from acting when he was 76 years old. As far as Radar is concerned, there is a straightforward explanation for his choice to resign. It is a loss of memory. To tell you the truth, Jack, who is 76 years old, has suffered from memory problems and is unable to recall the lines that are being asked of him. These allegations immediately acquired traction, and they traveled over the internet, leaving fans concerned about the well-being of the much-loved actor. A great many of people who had grown up admiring Nicholson's work found it extremely distressing to consider the possibility that the charming and extraordinarily skilled actor might be experiencing cognitive impairment. The reports were refuted by E! News not long after the rumors began to circulate and spread around the internet. The narrative that was being up by gossip publications was immediately refuted by their reporting, which said that Nicholson was neither suffering from memory-related ailments nor planning to. Fans are left wondering who they should believe as a result of this conflicting information. Were these rumors fabricated to an extreme degree, or did Nicholson actually suffer from a serious illness? After a few weeks had passed, Nicholson himself addressed the rumors, which put an end to the speculation that had been going on. During an interview with The Sun, The artist, who has won 3 Academy Awards, vehemently refuted the notion that his mental skills were as keen as they have ever been, even going so far as to say that his cognitive abilities are comparable to those of a mathematician. This courageous statement was a strong counter to the concept that he was battling with memory impairments, and it reassured fans that the legendary actor was not in the kind of dreadful position that was represented in tabloid articles. An answer that was surprisingly easy was provided in response to the issue of why Nicholson had taken such a long sabbatical from performing. Nicholson clarified that his choice to withdraw from the public eye was not motivated by concerns for his deteriorating health, but rather by the deliberate selection of a lifestyle. In his explanation, he stated, "I am not going to work until the day that I die. It's not because of that I started this. I'm not motivated." This frank admission brought to light the transition in priorities that the actor experienced as he got older. Nicholson disclosed that his drive had diminished over the course of time, despite the fact that he had previously tackled his trade with unwavering dedication. "For a while I was driven, but now I'm not. The need for me to be out there has been eliminated." The decision that Nicholson made to leave the acting industry was not a rejection of Hollywood, rather. It was a choice to concentrate on living a life that was more private and satisfying. He commented on his comfort by noting, "I'm not a recluse, I'm not a loner, but I don't need all of that anymore." He was pleased with his self-satisfaction. To put it simply, I do not take pleasure in it. At the point in your career when you have achieved the same level of popularity and influence as Jack Nicholson, when it comes to your jobs, you have earned the privilege of being quite selective. Over the course of his distinguished career, Nicholson has been known for his keen instincts and his ability to select classic projects. However, he has also been known for his ability to reject down parts with discretion. Even when he was given roles in movies that would go on to become classics, Nicholson never hesitated to decline the offer if he believed that the project was not compatible with his personality and interests. His close contacts with The Godfather and other individuals of a similar nature are among the most famous of his passes. The fact that he is able to turn down possibilities of this nature without feeling any remorse reveals that he is self-assured in his trade and is aware of the special position he holds within the business. Nicholson's selectiveness has not altered throughout the course of the past few years. While he was taking a break from acting, he reportedly declined a number of high-profile parts that would have been an opportunity for him to make his comeback to the big screen. Just one example of such an opportunity was the role of Judge Joseph Palmer in the 2014 film The Judge, a part that was ultimately offered to Robert Duvall, who was subsequently nominated for an Academy Award for his performance. Additionally, Nicholson turned down the opportunity to play Branch Rickey, the renowned Brooklyn Dodgers executive, in the Jackie Robinson biopic entitled 42, which was released in 2013. It was subsequently determined that Harrison Ford would play the character, and he was praised for his portrayal by the critics. Having been Nicholson's long-standing friend and collaborator, Warren Beatty was excited to collaborate with Nicholson on the Howard Hughes project Rules Don't Apply, which was released in 2016. Despite the fact that Beatty had a vision of Nicholson playing Hughes, he offers him another significant role in the film, which Nicholson declines to accept. Likewise, it has been rumored that Nicholson was involved in the early stages of St. Vincent, a humorous dramatization that was released in 2014 and was about an improbable bond between a cranky old man and his young neighbor. It has been reported that Nicholson advised Bill Murray to play the lead part rather than taking the job himself. Thereafter went on to provide a performance that was not only memorable but also received significant praise. Possibly the most notable of Nicholson's decisions was his refusal to play the role of the old father in the 2013 film Nebraska, which was directed by Alexander Payne. The part would eventually be played by Bruce Dern, who would go on to receive a nomination for an Academy Award in the category of Best Actor. In light of the fact that Nicholson has had a long-standing working relationship with Payne, who in turn directed him regarding Schmidt. 2002 was the year that he made the decision to decline Nebraska, which further highlighted the increasingly selective approach he takes to his trade. As a result of Nicholson's reluctance to take on new roles, inquiries have inevitably arisen as to whether or not he has retired from the acting profession. In January of 2017, his well-known friend and fellow actor Peter Fonda threw gasoline to the fire by making the following statement. However, Fonda added an intriguing caveat: the possibility of Nicholson returning to the public eye is something that he might take into consideration if he ever discovered a job that truly spoke to him. This statement is reflective of Nicholson's approach to acting in his later years, which was centered on quality rather than quantity and was driven by a personal connection to the material. Even if the actor is not now present in Hollywood, his influence on the industry has not diminished. In fact, it contributes to the air of mystery that surrounds his professional life. The decisions that Nicholson made, whether it was to take part in a project or to withdraw from it, from the beginning have been deliberate. His discerning nature is not an indication of a diminishing interest or skill, rather. It is a demonstration of his awareness of the legacy he has left behind. According to Nicholson, each and every role that he portrays must be in accordance with his artistic vision of who he is. In spite of the fact that supporters continue to want for Nicholson's comeback, it is quite evident that he is not motivated by the expectations of others. A career that has been defined by revolutionary performances, an uncompromising dedication to his craft, and the capacity to challenge himself while remaining loyal to his identity are all characteristics that have characterized his career. The legacy of Jack Nicholson is already firmly established as one of the greatest actors in the history of Hollywood, regardless of whether or not he ever appears on screen again. Additionally, there is always the possibility that he will surprise us once more if the ideal job presents itself during his career. Fans of Jack Nicholson were ecstatic for a brief period of time when they were presented with the opportunity to witness the great actor make a comeback to the silver screen in a part that was uniquely suited to his abilities. This opportunity presented itself in the form of a proposed remake of Toni Erdmann, a German comedy drama that received widespread critical acclaim and was nominated for an Academy Award in the category of Best Foreign Feature. The original film, which was directed by Maureen Aide, tells the story of an old prankster who is mischievous and tries to reconnect with his daughter, who is focused on her profession by assuming an absurd alter ego and pretending to be her CEO's life coach. In a way that seemed to be a perfect match for Nicholson's skill set, the story featured a singular combination of humor, poignancy, and character depth, providing him with the kind of complex and multifaceted part that has characterized his illustrious career. Following its debut in 2016, Toni Erdmann was met with widespread acclaim, making its way onto a number of lists that were deemed to be the best of the year and achieving the highest possible ranking in the prestigious Sight and Sound poll. Among the most prestigious films in the world, such as Moonlight, La La Land, and Manchester by the Sea, this vote came out on top. The uniqueness of it was praised by critics. The film's leads, Peter Simonischek and Sandra Hiller, had outstanding performances, which contributed to the film's emotional impact. A Hollywood remake appeared to be unavoidable in light of the film's enormous popularity, and the announcement that Nicholson would be participating in the project caused a great deal of enthusiasm. Apparently, Nicholson was going to play the eccentric title character, and Kristen Wiig was going to play his daughter. The project collected an amazing team, and Nicholson was going to play the lead character. Will Ferrell and Adam McKay, who were both producers. The major short anchormen, who are well known for their comedic sensibilities and have received critical acclaim, were attached to shepherd the film with their talents. Even the director of the first picture, Marin Aide, gave her the go-ahead without question. Her delight for the casting of Jack Nicholson was expressed, and she stated that Jack Nicholson is among the most talented performers who have ever lived. Honestly, I believe that I will take pleasure in sitting down and seeing a reimagining of Tony Erdmann. The support of Aide lent more weight to what appeared to be the ideal vehicle for Nicholson's comeback to the industry. It was anticipated that the combination of Nicholson and Wiig would result in a captivating dynamic, as it would combine Nicholson's unique ability to depict eccentric, larger-than-life characters with Wiig's talent for striking a balance between humor and tenderness. Fans, as well as those who work within the industry, were anticipating a performance that could compete with the famous roles that Nicholson played in films such as About Schmidt, As Good as It Gets, and The Bucket List. These are all films in which he expertly examined the challenges of entering old age. In addition to self-discovery and relationships. Regrettably, the thrill did not last for nearly enough time. In the latter part of the summer of 2018, it was disclosed that Nicholson had withdrew from the project, which had resulted in a significant disturbance to the production process. The news signified the continuance of Nicholson's extended absence from acting, but there was no formal explanation provided for his leave. It was a moment that was both heartbreaking and sweet for the fans. However, it was also a reminder of Nicholson's growing absence from the industry, which was evidence that he was still being evaluated for high-profile parts that would provide him with profound rewards. In spite of this, Nicholson's contributions to the world of film are unsurpassed. And this is true even if he never engages in acting again. In spite of the fact that his career has spanned 6 decades, his impact on Hollywood and the film industry throughout the world has not been erased. He possesses a level of brilliance and charisma that very few performers can match. The career of Nicholson is adorned with laurels, the most notable of which is the fact that he has won 3 Academy Awards, a feat that is only accomplished by a few number of performers. For his outstanding performance as Randall P. McMurphy in the 1975 film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which went on to win multiple Academy Awards and become a cultural landmark, he was awarded the distinction of Best Actor for the first time. He was awarded his 2nd Academy Award for his supporting part in the 1983 film Terms of Endearment, in which he played the role of retired astronaut Garrett Breedlove. In this role, he brought a combination of comedy and tenderness to the role. Last but not least, he was awarded his 3rd Academy Award, this time for Best Actor, for his performance as the obstinate but eventually charming Melvin Udall in the 1997 film As Good as It Gets. In addition to these victories, Nicholson has been nominated for an amazing 12 Academy Awards, which is more than any other male actor in the history of the award. This is a testament to his remarkable variety and continuing appeal over the course of his career. Nicholson collaborated with a number of filmmakers who are widely regarded as among the best in the business,